Assalamu alaikum everyone. Hope you all are staying safe and happy at home.
Today we will be reading about the Prophet Younus alayhi salam.
Hey buddy, wasn't the Prophet Younus swallowed by a big fish?
Yes, Prophet Younus alayhi salam was the prophet who was swallowed by a big fish. So let's begin. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. The Man and the Big Fish. A very old and powerful community used to live around 800 BC. In the Nineveh, some 230 miles northwest of Baghdad. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent the Prophet Younus alayhi salam to this community to guide them to the right path. Younus alayhi salam preached to them for a long time, warning them to turn away from their wickedness, but they paid no heed to his words. Angry and despairing, Younus alayhi salam left their people and headed towards the seaport where he boarded a ship. No sooner was it a sail than the sky grew dark, and there was a terrible storm, with huge waves crashing against the ship's hull. Thinking their ill luck was due to some slave having run away, the sailors drew lots to find the man and hurl him overboard. The name of Younus alayhi salam was picked out in the draw, so he was forced to jump from the ship. As he struggled in the water, gasping for breath, a great whale appeared out of the depths of the sea and swallowed him up. Suddenly, Younus alayhi salam found himself in the dark, damp insides of a huge fish. He had not drowned. He was still alive. Now Younus alayhi salam raised that he had left the people of Nineveh too early without completing the task sent by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When Younus alayhi salam realized his mistake, he cried from the depths of the darkness, "There is no God but you. Glory to you. I have done wrong." Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala heard his prayers. The Quran tells us if he had not said he was sorry and glorified Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in his prayers, he would have stayed in the belly of the fish till the day of judgment. The fish, at Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's behest, swam close to the land and left Younus alayhi salam safely on the beach, where he found himself under a tree with juicy fruits. Younus alayhi salam then returned to his people and preached them again. All of them, over 100,000, responded to his call. The lesson in the story of the Prophet Younus alayhi salam is twofold. Firstly, the great duty to deliver the message of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to others now falls on every Muslim. If we ignore this duty and become desperate, as Younus alayhi salam was at first, we will be found guilty of not carrying over the task sent by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
That is the end of this story. Now we're going to read the story about the Prophet Zakaria salam.
The good news of a son. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. The Prophet Zakaria salam was a noble man. He was an uncle of Maryam and the priest of the shrine in Jerusalem. When Maryam was given to the service of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Prophet Zakaria salam was made Maryam's guardian. Whenever the Prophet Zakaria salam visited Maryam in her niche in the shrine, he would find that she had fresh food. He would be amazed at this and would ask Maryam where this food came from. "This is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala," Maryam would answer. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives in plenty to whoever he pleases. When the Prophet Zakaria salam reached old age and was still childish, he prayed to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for a son. "My bones are weak and my head is shining with gray hair. Yet, my Lord, I have never been disappointed in praying to you." Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala heard his beautiful prayers and said, "Zakaria, we will bring you good news of a son whose name will be Yahya." But Zakaria salam wondered, "My Lord, how shall I have a son when my wife is barren and I am now very old?" But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, "So it shall be. It is easy for me, for I created you before which you were nothing." And so in his old age, the Prophet Zakaria salam's prayers were answered, and he had a son whose name was Yahya. Yahya salam grew up to be a loving soul. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave him wisdom, grace, and purity, while yet a child, and made him a prophet. Yahya salam grew up to be a good man, honoring his father and mother. He neither thought too much of himself, nor did he disobey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This story reminds us that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala helps the believers in wonderful ways. He hears the prayers of his servants, even if what they want seems impossible. That is the end of the story for today. Thank you for listening. Inshallah, we will read the next story of the next prophet. May Allah forgive any mistakes I may have made while reading these stories. Ameen.
So, Mommy, please like us. If you're new to our channel, please like and subscribe and click the bell notification button down below so that you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. Okay, guys, I love it.